property recovery. With me here, I also have the secretary, state secretary, Benue State on government abandoned property, Honorable Williams Aboche. And behind me, I also have Honorable Aminu Ibrahim, is the Zone C coordinator for Triangular Project, Benue State. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome on board.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, how is Benue going?
Benue is doing great, sir. We are having these brokers live from Benue office, the new office assigned to we'll be having also the recovery too here in Wurukum. We are speaking live from the office. We just came to inspect the office. We are doing great. Yesterday we had meeting in Otukpo, the state ESCO's meeting. I think the expanded ESCO's meeting in Otukpo to chart the way forward. And then we have also distributed delegations to each local government, and we are doing great, sir.
It's okay. You guys are doing very well. Well done
Thank
work.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And please do not forget, if you have any challenge, please send it immediately to the national headquarters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will do that. We have challenges. We have challenges, and we are going to do that to the appropriate quarter through the right process.
What are the challenges? Is it security challenge, community challenge? Which of the challenges do you guys have there?
We are having one. Our ID card is the famous tool used in going out. ID card, then authority letter, and clearance and seal. We need.
Okay, these are the challenges you have.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Write out all the challenges, forward it directly to me. Let me see what I'll do about it before the end of the week. Then the authority letters will be forwarded to you guys there in Benue.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All the authority letters will be forwarded to you people.
Then the seal.
Then the seal. I will send you a sample of the seal while you work on the address of your office on it.
Okay, sir.
Then as for the ID card, we want you to send all the passports. Each passport should carry the names of the ID card.
Yes, sir.
On beneath it. You get it as soft copy before the end of today.
Okay, sir. All right, we'll do that. We want to also bring to the notice of the management that for Triangular Project, we are on top of our job here in Benue State. We are here with Mr. Dixon, who Makatio. Dixon is here. He's one that has given us office to work from, to have an address for both the Triangular Project and property recovery. Mr. Dixon, we have a short address to us. Let's hear him. He has spoke so much about the Triangular Project and what they are ready to bring on board their contributions. And he spoke so much like somebody who is very much experienced, has wealth of experience on how to bring in Zokota to the achievement of this project. So, Mr. Dixon, please, can you say something?
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Dixon. Good afternoon.
The distinguished authorities over there, I salute them by name, Honorable Dixon, Executive Director for World Aid Foundation, and the CEO, Gofan Nigeria Limited.
Okay.
I've heard about the Triangular project, and the laid down structure has showcased how this project is going to alleviate the suffering, and also recognize the government policy that is going to cover the vulnerable. And at Forwarded Foundation here, since we're for the humanity, I'm so impressed to also contribute my quota. That is why we voluntarily donate the office so that we have address and commence this beautiful job in Benue State. Thank you. I will not speak much. Thank you.
All right, that's Mr. Dix. That's Mr. Dixon there. With him here in Benue State, we have added advantage and strength to ease our job. So, Mr. Dixon, thank you. So, sir, we get over to you on those others, those things, those challenges as soon as possible. I also want to bring on board CSO Frank to talk to us to a little. CSO, sir, please, can.
Good day, sirs. Hello, sirs.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. How is family in Abuja, sir?
Fine.
Good. We are standby here, waiting for instructions. And since we've gotten an office, I think the next line of action will be taken according to your directives from abroad.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
So what are
We're
the
standby.
challenges? What are the challenges that is holding you people not to spring into actions?
I think Mr. Henry have enumerated everything, sir. And without wasting time, I think the challenges we had. And one other thing he forgot is mobility, which is very, very important.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's all right.
Thank you very
We'll
much.
see what we do about it here from the national headquarters, yeah? Why we will send, and the whole jackets, we'll be sending some jackets to you people too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. No problem. Noted.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. My national head of operation. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Moses Gochen.
Thank you very much. I want to salute your courage and I want to greet you very specially for what you are doing, and also by the special union that we have put together among the states that are already gear interest. All the heads of the state coordinators, they are doing very well. And
It's
as
okay.
we speak, more people, more Nigerians who are calling, asking questions, willing to be part of the Renew Hope Ambassador on the Mr. President, and also to join the selfless services of recovery of the government abandoned property as volunteer, which we regarded as patriotic Nigerians. They are also saying their good afternoon to you, and all they needed to do is to have a directive. I don't know if Ambassador Frank is still there or if he's hearing us.
Cecil Frank. Cecil Frank is still here. He just went to the inner office.
Okay, no problem. You all can see what I'm putting on, right? You can see it,
Yes,
right?
very well. Yes, sir.
And you can see the cap too.
Yes, sir.
This is the attire of the Special Task Force on Government Abandoned Properties.
Prompted.
And by the grace of God, it's a very critical aspect which the government is very interested on, as we are going to be decorating ourselves and working in the interest of Mr. President. We want to assure that everything work out according to plans. All challenges should be communicated to the head of operation directly. He will put all action together. So, on this very note, we would like to take just a word of advice for those who are not with us right now in other part of the state who are going to be watching this program, that the task force is not to fight with anybody, it's not to go into violence or physical combat with anybody. The security is to make sure that you are protected as the task force agents, and also you are given adequate cover, including what we are recovering and what needed to be protected. So, but should in case, because life is unexpected, everything is unimaginable, we may be attacked by the angry youth, by those who are the enemies of this government. We should know that our assignment is to let the law enforcement take due course. In no time, we should take laws into our hand, and the reason why you are giving escort to work with you. Don't be afraid. Don't be intimidated. You are appointed by Mr. President and not by any minister, not by any senator, not by any governor. You are to work with the governors of every state, and you are to work with the working apparatus of the state. Your appointment is of the federal appointment, and it's in the interest of Mr. President. And all of us should know that recovering of government abandoned property is a critical stakeholder, Mr. And we are to make sure that as we carry on this project, we deliver our services in transparency, 100%, no 99.9. Our leader here is displaying high level quality of leadership, Aliu Danjuma, who has been the head of this operation. And I want all of us in 36 states to emulate that leadership quality. Be transparent, be hospitable, and be kind to each other. Most especially, protect yourself and provide information of security so that when there is a security challenge, our CSO, Ambassador DSP retired, Frank Elagu Oteka, is there to provide us with security information to guide us through all challenges in security as the Renew Hope ambassadors are taken up in the 36 states and plus Abuja. We are to be the eyes of the president. We are to work with the elected chairman of every local government in 704 local government. We are to make sure that everything belongs to the government is properly put in use. And those that are not in use should be recovered, be reported to the appropriate channel. You already have your head of operation, and the next door number is with you, which you can reach out anytime to us in the central here, to the state. You have your ambassadors there, and in the local government, we're going to also have our AGON chairman coming up soon. So I want to appreciate all of you this afternoon for joining us from Benue. We are supposed to be hooking up with Benin this afternoon. He has been online with us. I want to use this opportunity to see if I can reach him. Then I will have to get him on board to join this network of Recovery Team Federation. And I'm very sure this afternoon I have a vision that where we are going is larger than what we can see now. And with time, God will do it possible for us. We'll be recognized. Will be our payment will be in due course. Our salary will not be that of the teachers. It will be the one we use here, not in heaven. So for some of you that want to use your wages in heaven, you are free to do so too. Me, I want to use my own here. I don't know if I don't know of Manche. So Ali, over to you. Your people want to hear from you. Give us a word of advice so that we can go ahead with our other operations. Thank you, sir. Your camera is off at the moment, Ali. You need to check your camera if you can hear us. The camera is not coming on, and I'm trying to see how I can. Yes, he's having issue with his camera. And Emanche, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, boss.
Okay, very good. So what you do now, I'm going to share the link with you where all your 23 local government will come on board immediately, and then your ward, every polling unit, one person and 5 elders from each of the unit, their names, make sure they have details that we can identify. The first KIV must be done by you, including all their financial transactions, but their bank details, so that where we are working, we can bless ourselves. Mr. President can decide to reach out to anybody according to the needs and demands. Now that we have access to the back door, we continue to appreciate him for giving the youth this opportunity to work together in direction where we cannot regret, but rather put Nigeria in the best line. So for this, I want to believe that all of us are happy Other state is going to be joining us any moment from now. And by Friday, Kanu will be joining us live. Kaduna will be joining us live. We are going to continue building ourselves. And most importantly, as we are recovering, we are putting them into use. The ones that need to be repaired, we have to immediately make requisition for repair of those properties because we need them to be used. Now that skill acquisition is about to gear up, getting 50 million people before the end of this administration, it takes quite a huge number of activities. And we need those resources to be put in use. Like our brother who is very vast in the cooperative, in our meeting with the Minister for State, who has promised to revamp the cooperative, is going to be here with us live. We have the permit to revalidate cooperative from the Federal Department of Cooperative. We have it here with us. We have also another plan to see how all the cooperative will be onboarded on the Federal Cooperative Platform, which is already ongoing, part of the revalidation that the State Minister is working on. So the special tax on this recovery and also wealth creation will work with the state union to see how we can resolve most of these things. So I want to appreciate Uncle Frank very well for the security apparatus he's working on. And we need to have one person from each of the local governments standing for the grassroots people on security, giving information to the central and working straight with the federal. And as we are going to have this channel, there's one thing first in life: security is for everybody. Everybody should be the security of next person. If we are waiting for the police alone to protect us, we might be making very serious mistakes. Nobody knows your community more than yourself. Nobody knows your forest more than yourself. But when there is an escalation or a distress call and there is no action, the people themselves, they got weakened because they don't feel the impact of the government. Now that the government has turned themselves, the president has stepped himself to the grassroots people, connecting to you down to your doorstep, I think is a win-win thing now for us to communicate rightly with Mr. President, with offices that have right targets to handle insurgents and emergency in terms of security. Communications and surveillance will increase 70% with the Renew Hope ambassadors of Mr. President that have identified to go into the new Nigeria and build a synergy to see how fast we can develop our nation, Nigeria, and build emphasis on how to continue. I want to greet all of us, members and viewers all over the world. This is GBB Live on recovery of government abandoned properties, and also to fight for the ordinary Nigerians who have invested into real estate and have not been able to get the value of their money or to get the value of the investment. You are hereby to bring your report, your affidavit direct to the office. Attention needs to the head of the unit, and we'll look into it. The head of the lega is waiting to advise on what to do. We want a calm atmosphere. As Mr. President is going into affordable homes very soon, we want to be able to clear all the outstanding of real estates and properties that are not positioned so that we know the next level and how to add to what is on ground. So I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to our governor. Say father, or yes, father.
Yes, Father.
He's doing so.
Yes, Father.
We want to encourage him to continue in that direction. We will support him when he needs us as he's doing the best. There's no way anybody can be totally free when it gets to politics. Politics is where people come and criticize others, even while you're sitting down with them, because they know it's just a game of chance, it's a win-win thing. But we want to change that narrative. Since politics is the medium of electing leaders, we want to intensify effort so that we can be able to elect our leaders and our voices will be heard during our election and after elections, so that our leaders can be part of us and we're part of them. So part of the things that Mr. President is doing now is to return the hope, the lost that are lost among us, the trust that is no longer there, the zeal to work together as families that is no longer there. But with this new movement, we can begin to install and institutionalize trust among ourselves again. So, Benue chapter, we are counting on you and we want to see difference, want to see report, want to see in our next broadcast, you are not going to be there, you are going to be in a radio station where you're going to be speaking to people in Kasinala, you're going to be speaking to people in Okum, you'll be speaking to people in all the part of Zone A and Zone B and Zone C. Joy FM will be on, Radio Benway will be on, Brothers FM will be on. We need to speak to our people the interest of stepping down Mr. President to the next door because of the cries of youth of not having access to communicate direct with Mr. President. Try this channel, it shall be convinced. Because this is the only channel that the youth is being covered, is being protected. In this channel, there's no fashion. We are all green guys in this channel. We want Nigeria to flourish. We want positive things to happen. We want our mothers to be with us. And as it is, we are going to believe that everything that we are putting together by the grace of God is going to be successful. So, Emashe, please, on no account, you try your best to see that you don't get yourself distracted because of a lot of destructive tendencies in Benue there. What you're doing, you're working for Mr. President. And it is in due time, Mr. President will know how to appraise you, know what to do, because the interest of our leader is our interest and is the future of the youth. Let us work together. So I need you to say 1 or 2 words to your people who are watching you all over the world, and the expectation that they are expecting to get from you after this exercise. We need to hear from you as well. As they are inaugurating ministers today, appointing the livestock minister, minister for humanitarian, this is how we are going to appoint ourselves in this very good platform, because we want to show transparent and true leadership of what Mr. President is trying to interpret by bringing youth into this critical assignment. I still, by this honor, say Nigeria will be great again. Over to you, if you can hear me loud and clear.
I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Once again, I appreciate you greatly. For us in Benue, we count it as a very rare privilege, and we don't want to take it for granted at all. We have set the ball rolling, and we are privileged to also have capable hands filling the position of local government coordinators for the Triangular project. We understand completely the mission of Mr. President, taking 50 million Nigerian youths off from poverty, and how he's going to do that, we all already know. So we are creating this awareness among our people, especially the youths. This is youth-oriented project, and the youths are ready. They are ready. We, as said, we have the next door number. We are going to have the next door number distributed to all the local government. For my viewers in Benue State, my listeners in Benue State, I want to encourage us that nothing good comes easy. We understand how much Mr. President is striving to make sure it betters the economy of the country. It is not easy at all. A lot of governments have come and gone. A lot of odds have been done. A lot of ills have been done to Nigeria economy. A lot of damages have been done to Nigeria economy. So it's not easy to bring it back to normalcy. Mr. President is doing a whole lot of great job to make sure Nigeria come back to life again. And we have assurance that Mr. President will achieve this by the grace of God. We need his support. He needs our support. We need to rise up. We need to open our eyes to see what is on our doorstep. Mr. President have good things in package for us. We need to open our eyes to see them. Our own contribution is simple. It's simple. Avail ourselves to this development that is coming. Skill acquisition, grants that is coming, a whole lot of things that are coming, we need to avail ourselves. We are ready for this job. We are set to do this job. So my encouragement is that we should remain focused in what we are doing. We should remain defined in what we are doing and remain strengthful in what we are doing. And God by our side will achieve Mr. President, Mr. President, on 2027. Thank you very much, and God bless us.
Thank you very much, Emaja. That is a very wonderful encouragement from our brother. And I want to encourage us that anything that we are doing, we should put it behind ourselves, knowing fully well that whatever we step into, God will lead us through. The lifting of 20 million youth, 50 million youth from poverty is the project of Mr. President, and the partnership is with NASDA. And we are working seriously to ensure that even the children, the little children, while they are in school, they are being captured into this project. Most of our challenges we have with our big mama, she want to capture all the project in school, and part of this, I would like to show to you guys that this thing you are seeing is not because we are the best people. It's because God wants us to be part of a lot of things. If you all can see from wherever you are, you discover that the children are part of what we're doing. And as we go around to involve our youth from school, we're providing experience that will lead them into dimensions. And then when we're working with them, we should be able to guide them, protect them in terms of security and otherwise. So our mother, who is working with us tirelessly to ensure that we achieve this, we cannot pass this without saying we thank you, our mother, who's no other person than Dr. Princess Aderemi Adebowale, who is in charge of feeding our children in school. And now that she's going to feed all the children, giving them food, giving them skills to build their tomorrow. We give to all to it, and we must work together. We, the parents, must work together. We, the school parents, the four corners of the academic areas, need to sit up and put our contribution to our mother so that we can achieve safety and prevent the children while they're in school. Most especially as we are going to be providing for them areas where they will learn new things while in junior classes to help them become the best person of their time. We also want to encourage that in such a way that as we take care of them, we also mentor them. We don't just take them because they are paid us school fees or because they are it's our responsibility. No, our mothers will be coming and they'll be talking to us from time to time. And this
Am I right, children?
You're very correct, ma.
Comes up. So children are the life of a home. Please, children, celebrate yourself.
You are the life wire. You are the life wire of you.
Children,
Children are the life wire of you.
without
you, you can do nothing. Without you, you cannot be here today. So we say outside, we are so lovely. We are wonderful.
That is our children that are in school. And as we ask them questions, they celebrate themselves, they bring joy to us in many areas. So we cannot stop doing this because it is our duty to provide the home education for them. The home education is the first education. Most of the children you see misbehaving today is not because the school teachers are not teaching them well. The parents has major cause in most of these issues. And we are going to be treating that too in our next program when we'll be dealing with the food grown program and all the other citizens who work with us. Emanche Benue chapter, we appreciate you very much. And I want to say it is God's time for us to continue to do what we're doing, and we'll continue to do it. From next week, we are going to be speaking to almost everybody who is a local government chairman, is to be able to tell us what we are expecting from them. Now, the good thing is that
Let me come in briefly. You just reminded me now. The newly the executive chairman of Agatu local government is doing a lot concerning security as regards Agatu local government, and the security issue in Agatu local government has lingered for a very long time. Even right from the past 2, 3 regimes of government. But by the grace of God, with the blueprint of Mr. President that he came to meet, has been able to curb insecurity issue in Agatu like 70%. since assuming office or resuming office. And so it's a great deal. So this is a great plus to the project we have on hand. And the youth have been carried along in this achievement so far in Agatu local government. So it's a plus. And I want to believe that the rest 22 local government chairman newly elected, we also told the line Agatu local government has stood and have gotten a result. So for that, this is a big plus and a big encouragement to the project, the triangular project at hand. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Agatu issue you just mentioned just code into a system that is already on ground. It's an app designed purely for Agatu monitoring and the environment. It is time for us to stand up and contribute our quarters. Most of us have gone to school. Some of us study security. Some of us study advancements. Some of us have been involved in so many groups, and we have a lot of experience. But the only problem we have before now was the distance and then the trust that lost between we and then the security and then the leaders. Now that Mr. President has stepped down into this level and trying to put everything, we are going to work with every local government chairman, because you cannot say you're not working with us. If you're not working with us, that means you're not working with Mr. President, because
Yes.
our duty is good governance. Our duty is to appease you. Your scorecard passes through us to Mr. President, because as you are doing your job, the Mr. President ambassador that is there is also seeing what you are doing. So if you are not working with us, then that means you are not with us, the Nigerian people. So for any reason, as we are going into more elected governors and senators and local government chairmen are going to be elected rightfully the way it's been now, and it's going to work together with Mr. President. Every living thing must pass, and people must go back home. The most important is that we must go back to our ancestral land. We have to go home, to remain at home, to farm, to bring the produce. We are called the food basket of the nation. I hope you remember that.
Very
So
well.
let us remember the food basket of the nation, the security protector of our land, and also, the most importantly, have a relationship with the visitors around us. This movement is going to create all this, so you don't have anything to worry of yourself, and you are going to be fully equipped to do the job you're doing. So let's look at something that I want you to see here. People are very proud of what they have. If you are a farmer and you are not proud of your farm produce, then that means you don't want to have the next farm in the next coming year. Look at these people. You know what that means? They are very
Yes.
happy with what they do. Our people are not happy with what they do. If you are not happy with what you do, how can you dance before the God of heaven and you say you want to achieve results? These people are fishermen. This is all they do for a living. And they believe that their country is going to be great from this fishing. Look at how they come up with their fish, bringing it before their God, whom they believe in, dedicate it to their ancestors, and say, God, we want more fish to be controlled, because God promised us that I will bless the work of your hand. Look at that one there. This one, they dance like Agatu girl. That one we carry back there. See,
Yes.
well, I see this woman. I like this dance. See, see, these are the
Yes.
things. We should be pleased with what we have.
Yes.
This is our government.
That is the joy of life. You
If
are
you are
happy
not
doing
pleased,
what you know what to do. Yes.
see, let me tell you, if you want your home to be blessed, you must remain blessed.
Yes.
If you want your country to move forward, no matter what is happening, continue to bless your country. They say there's power in the tongue. The problem we have is that the communication between we and our leaders is too slim. And that's why Mr. President has to step down to the root, down to every polling unit, down to everything. So that means if anything happened today in any part of Agatu, we should have the information and see what Mr. President will do. Look at that woman. That one is doing it like jelly dance. Ogligbe,
Yes.
ogligbe, ogligbe, ogligbe. You see, look at that one. Look at, see, some people
Yeah.
now, their throats don't they do them well, yeah? Be happy with what you have. So that is it, and it's a culture. I'm trying to bring to us that Nigeria has a culture. We Africanism is in the mind of all of us. We know very well that whatever we are doing today is because we want God to pay us in our own coin. So if I'm speaking rightly, God knows. If I'm speaking wrongly, God knows. And I want all of us to have in mind that there's nothing bigger than God in heaven. So my friend who has dedicated office to us, I would like to see his face again. Let the whole world see his kind of job he has done, his kind gesture is best known. We appreciate you so much as you dedicate this office for our operation in Makodi. So heaven shall open more doors for you. Whatever you step in today from this moment, it will be a success for you. We believe that you need your office, you rented it for a purpose, and you have demonstrated one part, showing fully well that you are a humanitarian. And your NGO has been doing a lot. This time around that the government is going to step into your assignment, you will see that among the NGOs that will work in Benue, your NGO will take most liable part that will benefit the Benue citizens, because we have trusted you and we want to work with you. And from national, they are very happy with you. I should salute you for what you have done. Our Secretary General, Honorable Philip Oinu, he said, I should thank you so much for making this promise and you are fulfilling it this afternoon. May God continue to bless you, bless the work of your hand, and do it rightly. All the details you require for your operations shall be furnished, you people, according to National Head of Operation. So let's give them support, and let's support Mr. President to achieve the administrative goal of this very administration. Thank you very much, and God bless you. We would like to see more of you again, as we'll be heading for another program. So before I go, some of us say they want to see our people were there for Benin, that they struggle, make them come online. But I'm telling you, it has been very difficult for we to get them online because of network challenges. But I want to believe that before we pack our kaya, come up for this place, pata, they will come online by the grace of God. The good things about us, anywhere where we dey, now there we from the talk to our people. We
Exactly.
know anything where we dey worry. Now God, now in they protect us, and now God, now in they provide everything for us. For this one, so make we see the faces of our brothers where show face for Ben.
Grassroots Bridge Builders GBB is a coalition of positive thinking youths in Nigeria, driven with passion for innovation, motivation, and creativity for sustainability and empowerment of our people in Nigeria. GBB bridging the gap between the grassroots and the government.
This is very important. GBB bridging the gap between the grassroots and the government. Mr. President has stepped down from his high seat to the grassroots and to our polling unit. So for this reason, there should be no more complaint that we cannot reach the desk of Mr. President. The next door number is with you already. And every call put to that line must be treated as urgent as possible. By the special grace of God, what they say, the number is 070
Yes.
777
Yes.
08297. The number is right on the screen in front of you there. If you look at it critically and closely, you will see the number.
Yes. Copy it.
Okay, very good. So
Okay.
the studio line is 08033306500, the studio line. And then the next door line, which is the recovery of abandoned project and the direct access to the next door, which is Mr. President office, is 07077708297 is the number to reach us. So say hi to brothers, followers from Benue. Hope to see you guys again by Friday, exactly the same time. We're going to continue from there. Have a lovely afternoon, and God bless us as we move into the next agenda. May God bless you all.
Thank
Alekwe
you for having us.
Hofadania, Ball Gloria Origin.